You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. Everything you can imagine is real. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I'm not afraid of death, I just don't want to be there when it happens. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Some infinities are bigger than other infinities. Reality continues to ruin my life. Things change. And friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. Who are you to judge the life I live? I know I'm not perfect, and I don't live to be. But before you start pointing fingers, make sure your hands are clean. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. When someone loves you, the way they talk about you is different. You feel safe and comfortable. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in, forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. You shall begin it serenely and with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. I can never read all the books I want. I can never be all the people I want and live all the lives I want. I can never train myself in all the skills I want. And why do I want? I want to live and feel all the shades, tones and variations of mental and physical experience possible in my life. And I am horribly limited. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. I'm the one that's got to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Just when you think it can't get any worse, it can. And just when you think it can't get any better, it can. The one you love and the one who loves you are never, ever the same person. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. All God does is watch us and kill us when we get boring. We must never, ever be boring. This life's hard, but it's harder if you're stupid. Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Death ends a life, not a relationship. Do not read, as children do, to amuse yourself, or like the ambitious, for the purpose of instruction. No. Read in order to live. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. May you live every day of your life. I wanted a perfect ending. Now I've learned, the hard way, that some poems don't rhyme, and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment and making the best of it, without knowing what's going to happen next. Delicious ambiguity. Where there is love, there is life. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. Get busy living or get busy dying. There are two basic motivating forces, fear and love. When we are afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. We need to learn to love ourselves first, in all our glory and our imperfections. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot fully open to our ability to love others or our potential to create. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rest in the fearlessness and open-hearted vision of people who embrace life.